Hey, my name's Ryan. We're about to head out to see another band for episode number 2 of In the Jam Room. We're gonna go see a band called Forsaken Rite. They're a pretty sweet band. They do some folk metal, and we're gonna go see what they're all up about. So come join us.
Ready? How's it going? Welcome to episode number 2 of In the Jam Room. I'm here with Forsaken Rite, and we are about to learn some stuff. So, first of all, I just want to get a brief introduction from everybody, kind of who you are, when you joined the band, and what drove you to music originally, or your instrument that you play in particular. Start off here.
ITJR, and I was the first person who kind of started this band between Archon and myself.
You guys founded the...
We pretty much founded it. My drummer to play my instrument. I had a friend way back in the day. We just kind of started drumming and just all started from there.
How old were you when you picked up the sticks?
January of '97.
Good
So,
year.
Why aren't you saying your age?
that's for
Well, now that she told us part 1 of the math equation, if she says part 2, we can all figure it out.
Now.
So.
Great.
Now it's too late, yeah.
now it's
And,
yeah, once I started, between Archon and I, we started this band. I started listening to metal painting. That was, as soon as I heard it, I was like, that's it. That's what has to happen.
It's the something we just have to
It
do.
just has to happen.
It has to happen. Okay, next.
I'm Sebi. I joined, I don't know, 3 years ago? Something like that, yeah.
Some ballpark.
Actually, yeah, 3 years. I started on keys with the band, but I just kind of thought, okay, if it's a folk metal accordion, it's kind of more folk-ish, so it was about 2 years ago I started playing accordion.
So you didn't know how to play accordion when you first joined. This was an addition afterwards, basically. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, next in line.
Archon, the frontman. I play bagpipes and soon to be playing bouzouki, and obviously
Soon to be playing what, sir?
the bouzouki.
What's a bouzouki?
Think of it as like an octave mandolin, but Celtic version of it.
So it's a string.
Yeah, it's an 8-stringed instrument pair.
Oh, okay. I play drums. Lead drummer.
Yeah, I initially, Adaria and I had started the band early on. I initially was going to be the lead guitarist for the band.
Okay.
Along with, we actually originally had a female vocalist singing clean for us for the first little bit. But when she decided to move on to other things, I just decided to drop the guitar, step up to vocals, and do that. And then later on I acquired the bagpipes.
How was the adjustment going to vocals? Are you normally okay being in front of people, or is that something you had to work on?
As far as being a frontman goes, it's definitely something I honed a lot with Forsaken Rite. As far as singing, especially with Distorted, I'd always been a backup vocalist beforehand.
Okay. Because I know me, like I said earlier, I'm a drummer, and I kind of like hiding behind the cymbals. I don't really want people to see me. But so, me, a fear would be going up in front of the mic and actually singing, so I just wanted to know if there was any of that kind of, should I do this? You know?
No, it doesn't take long until getting up on stage and screaming at people becomes quite easy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you do have a point. You do have a point. All right, cool.
I'm Eschaton. I play the guitar, and I've been with this band for, I want to say, 6 years now?
You're very close to beginning.
That sounds about right, yeah.
It's like 5.5.
Gone that long?
Well, it's
Long time
gonna be
running.
6, I think. Well, I don't know, whatever. Math.
Back in the caveman days.
Yeah. Yes, I was the one that ended up replacing Archon on guitar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when you came in, he moved to vocals, and that's when
At the time, he had already decided to move to vocals.
Okay.
And I was just the
replacement.
replacement.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So how's he doing?
Yeah.
He's doing okay.
Okay.
He's good.
That's good to know. I don't know what I'm doing.
On camera, of course.
I'm joking. No, he was a perfect fit for the role.
Oh, good.
I never really considered myself like the lead guitarist. I was more rhythm, so to have somebody more inclined towards the lead part came quite handy for when he came in.
All right, and what brought you to guitar? Like what?
That's a very good question. From a very young age, I've been into metal, and just as soon as I heard of what a distorted guitar sounded like, I wanted to play a guitar. But I never actually got serious into learning guitar until I ended up joining the band, actually. So in total, I want to say I've been playing guitar for 15 years, but only for like 5 or 6-ish years I've been taking it seriously.
Okay. So before it was just a hobby, then all
Pretty much, just to impress people. But that's
just to
get
Yeah.
the chicks.
sure.
just to mess around.
Yeah, but now it's to impress people seriously.
For real.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Moving on.
And I am Kavas. I've joined the band around June 2nd,
Okay.
officially.
All right.
And
So you're the new blood.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they basically rolled me over to dumpster and promised me a lot of rum over the years.
Oh.
And there's a few
We got
times.
him! We got him! He's
We
in.
found the bassist!
He's in. I gotta say, bassists are really hard to find. They're not easy to come by. We had to do a search once, and we ended up going back with our same bassist who went through a band and then came out. So it was a long period of time that we were looking.
Yeah, I'll definitely get a few emails here and there. Hey, do you play bass? Like, not the way you want me to. But what got me into bass? Well, I've played guitar and bass simultaneously from the very beginning.
At the same time?
Whoa! I lost that over the years. Basically, it kind of started off with two guys. They helped me buy my first bass as a Squire, kind of out of sort of a pseudo pawn shop.
Okay.
And I still have that bass to this day, that Squire bass, and I repainted it and everything. I got a BC Rich Warlock, this rare California kind of thing with a Floyd Rose. Then my brothers kicked it over, breaking it.
Oh, so it's broken.
Oh yeah, and then I traded it for a guitar that was stolen 2 days later. So
That's why
Life really doesn't want you to be a guitarist.
yeah, but in every band I've ever auditioned for as a guitarist, I've become a bassist. Minus this band, I started here as a bassist.
That's a
See,
sign
but as
from
a
the
drummer,
universe.
my favorite person in the band is the bassist because we're the ones that lock up and.
That hurts my feelings.
I'm sorry.
Right in the fields.
Ouch.
What I'd recommend is try bass. Just kidding.
But
We'll just
No,
mix you out. What was that for that?
So this question's more for, I guess, the founders. How did the band name come about? Was this something you had in mind right away, or was this something that took a bit of...
It took
It was
Back and
definitely it was a
forth.
good couple brainstorming sessions.
Yeah?
Yeah, it took us a while.
Took
Yeah.
a while?
Yeah.
And what made you decide
Um,
on Forsaken Rite?
well, basically how it worked was we decided to sit down and think, okay, like, at least right now, what is kind of the lyrical theme of everything we're doing? What's the feel of everything? And we started off with the idea of kind of like old pagan ritual type things.
Okay.
And we looked into a lot of different things. I can't remember the exact one actually that we based it off of, but it was supposed to be some forbidden ritual. And
Sounds cool.
we kind of just played around with the thesaurus and came up with Forsaken Rite, and it just stuck. As soon as we said it, we were like, yep.
They're hard to come up with, and I've never heard of another band with a similar name at all, so that's good pickings.
We also made sure to do
Oh, we-
at least like
Google
Google
check.
search to
We
make
checked
sure that we
Oh,
weren't,
man.
we weren't like stepping on anybody else's toes.
Yeah,
from,
true
You
enough.
know, somewhere else,
Yeah.
and yeah, we've even gone so far as to trademark it in Canada here. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a registered trademark in
Well,
Canada.
that's... Now this one's kind of a different one, because now your live show is so unique compared to a lot of bands that I see out there. What kind of work and preparation goes into a performance like this?
A lot
you
of
guys do a lot of drinking?
no, not really.
That comes after.
That comes
Yeah.
after, yeah.
Mainly just
Because there's a whole theatrical component to your show as well. So I mean, how do you practice that? Is that something you guys practice right here?
actually no.
Or do you just kind of
No,
wing
we
it?
just- we just-
It's not so much. I mean, when we all started, well, not all of us, but an expectation that we set for every joining member of the band is something we developed early on, where we kind of have to have not just a stage name, but kind of keep in mind what your persona is on stage as well. So when you're entering a stage or an event or whatever, a festival, You're not just throwing on war paint and fur and armor and stuff and just pretending. Like you're going out there and you're a different person.
Yeah.
When you're out there warming up, you're starting to change into that actual character.
So you have to believe your own character.
Yeah, just project your alter ego essentially on stage.
Now, what happens after a lot of drinks? Does that get harder and harder to hide?
It gets easier, in my opinion.
Yeah?
Actually.
Okay.
Depends on how many. There's that point of no return.
Yeah.
There's a point of no return.
No, we haven't had any issues
Now
with
you
people.
are that character for life, yeah.
We haven't had issues with people like stumbling around on stage or anything, luckily.
Once the gear's put away.
I mean, we're a folk band. We drink.
We have a drinking song. Like,
Just no hardcore drugs. Just
No.
Just
Yeah.
no.
That's good. That's good.
They don't know about my
Kids?
alchemist flasks.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so you guys have traveled quite a bit. You guys even went on a cross Canada tour, basically, right? I want to hear a good story that happened on the road, whether it was good or bad. And keep in mind, you are on camera, so we don't want to go too far with anything incriminating. So I guess we can always
I
edit.
can think of a few.
There's so much to choose from.
But I mean, one story that sticks, whether it was good or bad, something you guys will remember for life.
the
Guaranteed.
Montreal meth
The
lady.
Montreal crack lady.
Well, obviously, the two of you came up with the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
So, what happened?
I'll let you explain this one. 'Cause
All right,
you're
so
the star there.
what was the name of the venue? The Catacombs. Catacombs.
Catacombs, yeah, catacombs.
Catacombs. All right, so we're at the Catacombs. We're unloading our gear, and our bassist at the time, Josh. Yeah, Josh. Why did I forget his name? All right.
Sorkon Shar, actually.
Sorkon Shar. Yeah, Sorkon Shar.
Hi, Josh.
Shout out. Hashtag.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he disappeared for a bit, and Kayla and I wondered where he was, but we didn't really think too much of it. So he and I went out into our trailer, and from the other side of our trailer, we could hear someone mumbling. And he and I looked at each other and we're like, well, what the hell is that? So we peeked around the corner and we see this person just talking to themselves. So we're like, okay then, little crazy lady, let's just go back in.
You sure there wasn't like a Bluetooth in that? No, this was
We were
drinking
100%
some-
sure.
Okay.
And so we go back in and I forgot who asked, but someone asked, where's Josh? Have you guys seen Josh?
It had been like an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just disappeared.
Pretty much. And we were like, no, we haven't seen him. And they were just like, well, the last time I saw him, he went outside to the trailer. And so Kayla and I looked at each other and we're like, fuck! He was out there with the crazy lady.
Sure.
Yeah. And so we see Josh come back in,
Yeah.
has this look of disgust on his face. And he looked at us both, and he said, I knew you guys were there. Why didn't you help me? And yeah, we just laughed our asses off. That was a
So
good
he
time.
got stuck out there talking to this crazy person?
Yes.
And he didn't save him? No?
We didn't know he was out there.
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
So she wasn't actually talking to herself? She was talking to
She
him?
was
Talking
kind
to
of like
him, but she
half
was
and
talking to
half.
him in
Yeah.
French.
Oh.
And yeah, it was in French too.
Yeah.
I'm taking it he doesn't know French.
Oh.
Not a
No.
look of it.
Je ne sais pas beaucoup français.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not from.
I mean,
And then-
where was this? Montreal?
That's when we came up with the code word.
Yes.
Don't tell anybody.
No.
No.
That's
our safe
release
word.
the code word.
Don't
But-
release the code
So
word.
there's a word that you can yell out for
Yep.
safety, and
Yep.
your
Yeah.
bandmates should,
Yep.
Yeah.
unless
In
they're
theory.
feeling really evil or you did
In
something
theory,
bad to
yes.
them recently.
Unless if we specifically want to fuck with somebody.
Yeah. Like, so this one's here mostly for a local shout out here. Name some of your favorite local venues that you like to play, and give them a shout out because what they do is awesome. They give us a
Rendezvous.
place to play.
Rendezvous.
Yeah, this
Was
is
my
everyone.
first
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first thing that
Rendezvous,
popped
yeah.
in my mind.
Calvin.
Calvin's the man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's a steeple
Yeah.
of just.
Shout out to Calvin.
It's a place where you can go to drink and know that everyone's pretty cool.
It's arguably one of the most iconic venues in Edmonton.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Less arguably.
I'm a little disappointed with a few of the establishments that have closed up. It sucks, you know.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, but it happens. But I'm glad there's still a few places out there, kicking ass for us and
Oh, yeah,
letting
for
us
sure.
play.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that's it for questions. That's all I got. I wanted to keep it somewhat brief, and don't want to hold up all your time. But
It's all good.
let's hear some music and rock out.
Quick little
bringing her
tour.
around to see like strong women would be beneficial. I too like strong women, like Xena.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And
Until next time.
yeah, we'll see you next time.